Whistleblowers lead a dangerous life. That's why they leave the country where they grew up and worked. None more so than in the field of UAPs. That's unidentified aerial phenomena. What we used to call UFOs, unidentified flying objects. I have tracked down a very special whistleblower who used to live in the UK and now lives in Turkey. I've located our target to this neighbourhood. That's a lot of stairs, but at least we're here. Come on. It's national traffic to talk to you about UAPs. Can you turn that camera off? Here, you guys back up over there and I'll have a word with him. Look mate, I could give you a couple of £100. That's over 2,000 lira, yeah? Yeah, just go with the flow, just say you know a few things about UAPs, what used to be called UFOs, just, you know, go with it and we can work something out and make this sound really good. And both of us will come out happy. But make sure you call them UAPs, yeah? I'll give you about... We're on! This interview will act like a snowball effect. Once we get this out there, it will run and run and run and build and build and build, and hopefully genuine people who do have information will start to come out of the woodwork. Mate, what do you want me to say? And I'll say it. I know governments and space agencies have been lying and covering up information about UAPs having visited the Earth. The department I worked in didn't really have anything to do with UFOs. UAPs. Sorry, UAPs. UAPs? Yeah, UAPs. The department I worked in didn't really have anything to do with UAPs. Just follow this script. You'll be fine. I communicate with my ex-colleagues via letters because emails can be tracked. Letters can be tracked as well. And in fact, you're putting your fingerprints and your handwriting all over it, so it can probably be traced back to you. In fact, they can work out where it's come from because it'll have a stamp on it. And it would have gone through the mail system, so they can track it back to here. Wouldn't somebody use some encrypted messaging service to remain anonymous? So the government were lying and covering up UFOs. Don't call them UFOs or UAPs. All this time, and now the American government have released a document about UAPs, at least acknowledging the fact that they existed, which they probably did. You're now saying you trust the government. Now the government are telling the truth. But everything they said before that, they've been lying. You want me to corroborate that the report in America is indeed correct. But I didn't work in the American government. I worked for the UK government, very briefly, as a contractor. So if the whole department and everybody worked in that department at my level knew about this, that's a lot of people that have got to keep this secret. You could be talking hundreds of thousands of people, since Roswell, keeping this all a secret. Everyone has been in on the lie. NASA, European Space Agency, Roscosmos, all of them. And now you, more intelligent than everyone else, has discovered the truth and understand the information that you see. I'm on the NASA mailing list and I get the 4K images sent back from Mars. And I can see that that place has been visited by aliens, hosted civilizations in the past. You are more intelligent than all the scientists within the space agencies around the world. I can interpret that data, but they cannot. Even mobile phones and the internet have been back-engineered. We're not giving human beings credit for those inventions. Humans just simply aren't clever enough. Because you cannot conceive of how it can be done, you will not give credit to the people who built those things. I'm not saying that aliens don't exist. They could be interdimensional humans, or aliens visiting from another planet, or it could just be weather phenomenon. I don't know. How can you be so sure? This interview's done. I have nothing else to say. Now hand over the money. I don't have any money on me. And this interview wasn't actually worth anything, really. What do you mean you don't have any money? Now get out of it. Come on, get out. All right, we're going. I'll take my stuff. Just let me take my stuff. Just forgot my tripod, sorry. Get out of here before I call the police. In fact, I'm calling them now. Go, get moving. Run, they're coming. As you just saw, that interview did not go well. But since now Graphic has paid for me to be here, I might as well go and take a dip in the sea.